And now we got everything you just said makes good sense, and then I believe it. Now this is my thing about now black community listening to the media. When are we gonna stop letting the media confuse us and be as if you know, we gotta stand up for this and that Zimmerman is the enemy. Because
the truth of the matter is, black community is not hoodwinked by the media, but the media is controlled by the same people that control the money. So if you got a credit card, a mortgage, a car note, how are you going to speak against the people that's holding your credit card, holding your mortgage, and holding your car note? So it ain't got nothing to do with them being ignorant and not knowing. It's fear. You know, when a black leader stand up, his fear is they're going to cut me off economically. That's what they do every time.
Yep.
If you stand up right now for black people and start trying to do something, first thing they want to know, where you getting the money from to do that?
Right, they'll come in.
Once they find out where you getting the money to do that, cut that off. All of a sudden you've been late all the time on a car note. All of a sudden late ain't good enough. If you're not on time, we're going to repossess.
Right,
You're
no
like,
grace period.
No, where does this come from? So it really goes back to what I always say on my website: the money, the goddamn money, the money. It's not your color of your skin. People get mad at me when I say that slavery wasn't racism.
Oh, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was just identification purposes.
That's deep.
Yes. If I took a white man and made a slave out of him, how can I identify him? Back then they didn't have cell phones. What, can I pull him to the side? Well, give me your papers? No. But if I take a black man, I know all of them were slaves. So I don't have to identify him. As soon as I see him, he's a slave. If he's here, he's a slave because he's black.
You're right. Because you know what, Brotha Rob, it was about money. It wasn't nothing about race, because you know what?
Money.
Because before they had the blacks, they had them they had them Caribbeans. They had
the free state. The Confederates was winning. It was building across America with the free slaves.
Before they had the black slaves, they went to the Indians, right?
Right.
But they couldn't survive they was getting sick and stuff like that, right?
Well, they couldn't survive the European illnesses.
Innocence, okay. So it was all money.
Yeah. But it was all money.
Yeah, that was no race, because they was getting anybody.
Listen, how could it be with so much racism? Our own brothers sold us.
That's right.
Our own brothers kidnapped us, took us to the coast and said, white folks, how much you give me for him?
Yep.
So that was one criminal. The Arab participated in the criminal, and the Jewish community financed it. This was a business operation. It had nothing to do with race.
You talking about him? You know, we said the Arabs came way from the Middle East and they came through Africa.
Yes, but
Okay.
they participated in the slave trade. Everybody participated in putting us in slavery. The Arabs,
So
the Jews,
who did the Arabs?
the Christians,
Who the Arabs
Muslim
bringing?
Christians, all of them.
Who the Arabs host like bringing as far as slaves?
Well, they didn't
Jewish?
bring the slaves. The Europeans did that, but they financed the slaves, and
Okay.
they were also able, because of their skin color, to come into our community and coerce us into participating in the slave trade.
Yeah, because of their skin color. They look just like we do. Like your shade, my shade.
Yeah.
These are Arabs.
Now go back to the Christian thing you said with the Christians.
No, I'm just saying the Christians, the Muslims, everybody participated in putting us into slavery. And that's why they don't want to talk about it. They want to talk about something else.
And that's one of the reasons why Hitler did what he did to the Jews. They had all the goddamn money.
Yeah, that was a fight over money too.
That was part of the money. How they had to gang up against Hitler because he was taking over their region of the world.
Somehow we have to mature as a people and understand the value of our labor.
So it was to the point to where I don't mean to cut back to that. So it was to the point to where they was alright with what Hitler was doing, but it was to the point to where he started getting too much into the money scene, and they said, okay, we got to cut him off.
They went to war over the money.
All right.
All the wars are over land and money.
Yeah.
All that other stuff is nonsense.
Yeah.
Nobody went to Iraq because they were they didn't want Saddam Hussein to be in charge of a bunch of his own people. They don't care about that. Saddam Hussein wanted to no longer use what's called petrodollars. Petrodollars are his American money. He was trying to get around using American money. You can't do that. They killed his ass. Damn. Gaddafi tried to get around petrodollars. They killed his ass. President Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, printed $500,000 of real American money. They killed him. No. The international banking institutions, we run the money. And if you interrupt,
U.S. currency.
And if you interrupt it, we kill you. We don't debate.
Ew.
We won't argue. We kill you. The reason they want to go to war with Iran right now, because Iran is trying to sell oil for gold, or try to use a different currency for the sale of petrol.
That's why they're trying to stop the U.S. currency, aren't they?
That's what they're trying to do. So that's why they say no. We'll come up with an issue. The issue is we don't like the way you rule the country, and we want to save the people in the country. So we're going to now got all our warships around there. It's about the money. And here's what makes